Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. And Capital One has decided to add some categories on a number of cards for the duration of 2025. Now, this is going to be across the board a temporary through December 31st of 2025, a temporary addition of a number of cards in both the Quicksilver and Spark families, as well as a student card I've never heard of. So we're going to jump into this. This came from Upgraded Points. This is going to drop on Friday morning, but my members, if you join the membership, you're going to get this tonight. So there we go. It's going to be a 3-video night. But let's jump into things. This is Capital One adding entertainment and specifically Capital One entertainment categories to a number of cards. So let's jump into this. This came from Upgraded Points. So we're going to go share that tab now. More Capital One purchases. So Capital One cards get bonus earnings on entertainment purchases. We're going to kill this pop-up. And for those of you who buy tickets to concerts, events, or dining experiences, you'll be glad to hear that you can earn extra miles or cash back on these purchases through the end of the year. Capital One Entertainment has rolled out bonus earnings on additional credit cards, offering 5 times miles or 5% cash back on several personal and small business cards this week. Here's a look at the boosted earnings and eligible cards. Through December 31st of 2025, you can earn 5% cash back through the Capital One Entertainment portal with these credit cards. Quicksilver card family, Capital One Quicksilver Rewards credit card, Capital One Quicksilver Secured Cash Rewards credit card, Capital One Quicksilver Student card, and the Capital One Quicksilver Cash Rewards credit card. Now, there's also the Journey Student Rewards from Capital One. I've never heard of this card. Seems like it is a student credit card, so there you go. The Spark card family. This is the small business cards. The Capital One Spark Cash Select, the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card, the Capital One Spark Classic for business, and the Capital One Spark Cash for business. So they've added bonus categories on other cards last year, providing 5% cash back or 5 times miles, 5 times Capital One miles per dollar spent on several other cards already. And the Savor card has 8% cash back as a permanent benefit on Capital One Entertainment. So this is going to be a really quick video. Just wanted to highlight this. We are going to stop sharing there. So what does this mean? Capital One has added a temporary category through the end of the year for Capital One Entertainment. They're looking to get as many swipes for Capital One Entertainment as possible. Now you can also get like baseball experiences and things like that through the Capital One Entertainment portal and redeeming miles for those packages. You can do things like baseball stadium seats. I'm sure there's dining experiences and concerts as well that you can redeem miles on. And you can do the same thing with earning miles. Now with the Quicksilver, Savor, and Spark families, if you have the cashback versions, of those cards, now Quicksilver is all cashback, and there are Spark cashback cards and Spark miles cards, so just be careful with those. If you have the cashback versions, you can always move the cashback rewards to a Venture card, whether it's the Venture X, the Venture X for Business, the Venture, or the Venture One, to then transfer those points out. So everything kind of becomes 5x. It's just the miles earning cards get a little bit of precedent. And if you already have the Savor card, you're going to use the Savor card for Capital One Entertainment anyway. So Capital One is looking to boost as much spend through Capital One Entertainment as possible. Now, all of their cards are getting at least 5%. It seems. I do not remember if the Venture cards are also 5x miles. But again, you can transfer and pool your miles on the cashback cards like the Savor. And again, I would say use the Savor for this overall if you have the Savor. But for those who don't have the Savor, the Quicksilver and those Spark cards would be really useful to utilize this particular category. So not adding entertainment in general, but Capital One Entertainment will cover a lot of entertainment options for you. And you'll be able to pool everything together, as I said, and transfer those over to a Venture card, converting your cashback into miles. Again, with Capital One, that conversion from cashback to miles is one way. So your miles cannot be converted back to cashback. Now, you can cash out your miles for a statement credit, but you're only going to get 0.5 cent per point, which isn't great. So just wanted to highlight that this came up. Again, late news. It would be really helpful if this came out before I did tidbits, because then I don't have to record 3 videos in a night. but here we are. Yeah, so we're going to do some light editing on this one. Just wanted to highlight this new category for folks who have the Quicksilver card, who, may want to use their Quicksilver card here and there prior to anything happening to their Quicksilver cards if Capital One decided to slash limits or decided to discontinue your Quicksilver cards because you've been waiting to move those cards to Savor cards. But I digress. Quicksilver getting 5% cash back on Capital One Entertainment. The Capital One Journey card for students. Card I've never heard of. There's Savor for students. There's Quicksilver for students. I think there's a Venture One for students as well. So why does there need to be this Journey card? I don't know, but it's getting 5% on Capital One Entertainment, and Spark cards are getting 5% on Capital One Entertainment. I think it would have been more interesting to see a additional spend category for sports and entertainment free of the portal. That would also be through the end of the year, but nice way to get some spend up for Capital One. Nice way to capitalize it to keep everything in-house. So, hey, gotta respect the hustle. But that's going to do it for this one. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. If you want to join the channel, become a channel member to watch videos like this early, consider becoming a channel member. That is a $2.99 tidbit collector level. Only one level here. You can cancel at any time. Consider also check out the Stack Your Points podcast. Podcasts I record with Call Me Lonnie, RJ from Do You Take Cards, Tariq from Reeks Rewards. Really fun time that we have. Full audio comes out on the podcatcher of your choice on Saturday. Videos come up on Wednesdays and Fridays here on YouTube. So I strongly suggest you check it out, but that's just me. And check out the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube if you don't want to become a member. Everything would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.